Many industries are in the middle of a worker shortage. The job market's still reeling from effects of the pandemic. Today, KLTV7's Avery Niles spoke with the Smith County Sheriff's Office about the dispatcher shortage and how they plan to try and fix it.
When the Smith County Emergency Operations Division is fully staffed, they have 21 dispatch operators in total. Captain Craig Hallbrook says they currently have 6 openings they are trying to fill.
The Smith County Sheriff's Office is the primary answering point for Smith County, excluding Lindale, the city of Lindale, and the city of Tyler. We roughly answer about 8,000 911 calls a month. So having the proper staffing there is critical.
Starting pay for the positions is $45,000 a year. It is proposed in next year's budget to increase to $47,250 a year. Hallbrook says the pandemic was really the beginning of the shortage, and they haven't been able to get stable since. And having no applicants for the openings isn't the issue. Hallbrook says the standards of hiring for the job are strict, and roughly 1 in 15 applicants get offered the job.
Applicants go through an oral interview board. If they successfully do that, then they do a polygraph examination that goes very, very in-depth. After that, it's drug test, physical. We do written testing, and then the background investigation.
Hallbrook says several employees are in the training program for the openings, but that takes 4 to 6 months to complete. He says this shortage causes pressure on the current employees.
It takes the workload, and instead of spreading it out over more people, it's more concentrated.
He says this also causes current employees to work more hours. The Smith County Commissioners recently approved their comp time to be moved over to overtime pay effective October 1st. Avery Niles, KLTV 7 News.
And Captain Hallbrook says you can work your way in the career path to manage or supervisor of the call center.